Alright, ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome back to another Hero House Reviews. Today we're going to be talking about the Black Widow movie. I'm a bit late with this, but meh. I enjoyed it. I don't think it adds too much to the Marvel Universe, but, that's kind of wrong, I guess, because a lot of the elements they introduce, even though it's set in the past, are going to be very important going forward with the story. And the elements that they introduced, I think, were actually much more interesting than Black Widow herself ever was as a character. The new Black Widow, Yelena, I think she's going to be the new Black Widow. She is so good. She's one of the best characters in the MCU so far. I think in terms of like a single movie appearance, she was so entertaining and just nailed every single line. Red Guardian, he was very well done and also very entertaining. And what was the name of the mum? Can't remember, but she was done well. Rachel Weisz is like fantastic in everything she's in, especially the Mummy movies. If you've never seen the Mummy movies, watch the Mummy. The action sequences, I think, were not great. When I try and remember one that really stood out to me, nothing comes to mind. Taskmaster was underutilized. I saw that as a criticism that came up a lot, and actually having watched the film, yeah, not enough appearances, but thankfully we're in a position where we'll see more of the character going forward in the MCU. That's probably a spoiler, but the movie's been out for ages at this point, so I don't think it's too much of a spoiler. The villain is forgettable. I can't remember his name, but I do like the fact that they dressed Black Widow not using her Avengers connections to right more wrongs in the world. A big problem with a lot of superhero things is that it exists solely to reinforce the status quo. But this movie, they were actually going out and doing something. They said, this agency is terrible, we need to take it down. And Yelena called out Black Widow, like, why have you not done more? You could just have Thor rock up and, destroy these agencies in, like, a day. So it was good to see that happen. The plot was, again, it's just not a movie that stands out in any particular aspect. I think the humor was the best part of it. Yelena, the family interactions, I think the movie is fundamentally about family. But again, it came way too late in the cycle of Black Widow's character. We should have gotten this before we got Endgame or anything else. This was just a movie that would have fleshed her out so much. It would have made her sacrifice tragic at the time rather than retroactively tragic, because it doesn't really hit the same. So that's disappointing. Overall, I think I'd only give the film 3.5 out of 5? Yeah, it doesn't blow you away on any level. And Black Widow, even again, doesn't get too much characterization added to her. She's still very much... She's a compassionate character, but just comes across as flat. In all the Avengers movies, she just comes across as flat. That's not ScarJo's problem or fault. Like, she acts well. It's just... I don't think they ever really wrote the character with too much character in mind. Yeah. So 3.5 out of 5. If you want to see something that does expand on the Marvel Universe as it will be going forward and sort of retroactively add stuff, then it's definitely a treat to watch. It is more Marvel's content. The fight scenes aren't bad by any stretch of the imagination. They're just not extremely memorable. Nor is the plot. But ultimately, it's a nice little addition. It's nice to have a Marvel movie back in the works. And you tie in the stuff that's happened with this, with the events of Loki and the events of Falcon and the Winter Soldier and WandaVision. Initially, I thought when Endgame happened that the Marvel Universe would not really have anywhere to go, but they're really proving us all wrong with what they've put out so far and the possibilities that they've opened for themselves. So yeah, check this out, I guess. If you just want to see where Marvel's heading, this is a good baseline. Yeah, and I guess that's all I have to say about that. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this review, we have plenty more, generally about action figures, but we'll do other stuff. We've also got Hero House, figure fights, the Wreckers, top 10 lists, ranking lists, real talk, so loads of content to enjoy. So please like and subscribe, and hopefully I'll see you again. Thanks for your time and all the best. Bye.